Have you ever noticed how sometimes the people who hurt you the most don't seem to face consequences right away? They walk away as if nothing happened. No apology, no explanation, no visible regret. And in that moment, it can feel deeply unfair. You sit there replaying conversations in your head, wondering what you did wrong, wondering why someone who once felt close suddenly became cold, distant, or careless with your emotions. But here's the strange part. Life has a way of teaching lessons that people can't escape forever. Not through revenge, not through punishment, but through experience, through reflection, through moments that force someone to confront the very pain they once caused. And most people don't realize this process is already unfolding long before anyone says a word about it. Now, before we go any further, it's important to make something clear. This conversation isn't about wishing harm on anyone or encouraging bitterness. Psychology isn't about revenge. It's about understanding how human behavior works beneath the surface. The goal here is awareness, emotional clarity, and the ability to recognize the deeper patterns that shape how people treat each other. Because when someone hurts you, there are almost always psychological forces operating behind their behavior that even they don't fully understand. Sometimes it begins with unmet emotional needs. People crave validation, attention, and a sense of importance. When those needs aren't fulfilled in healthy ways, individuals may unconsciously seek them through careless or self-centered actions. Here's where it gets interesting. A person who hurts someone else often isn't acting from strength. In many cases, they're acting from emotional immaturity. They chase novelty. They chase excitement. They chase the temporary ego boost that comes from attention or control. But human psychology has a fascinating pattern. Short-term choices often lead to long-term reflection. Pay attention to this. When someone walks away from a meaningful connection without respect or closure, the brain doesn't simply erase that experience. Memories linger, emotional imprints remain. The mind revisits moments that once felt insignificant, and over time, those reflections can evolve into something deeper, regret. But this is where most people get it wrong. Regret rarely arrives immediately. At first, the person may feel relief, freedom, even confidence in their decision. The mind protects itself from guilt by justifying the behavior. But as time passes, certain psychological triggers begin to activate. A song that reminds them of the past. A quiet moment when they're alone. Seeing someone else treat another person with the care they once failed to show. Suddenly, the brain begins to compare. And comparison is powerful. Have you ever noticed how someone who once seemed indifferent suddenly becomes curious about your life months later? Maybe they start watching your social media again. Maybe they send a casual message that feels strangely out of place. This is subtle, but powerful. It's often a sign that the emotional processing stage has begun. But there's another psychological layer happening here. Internal conflict. Humans don't like seeing themselves as the villain in their own story. So when someone realizes they may have caused unnecessary pain, the mind enters a push and pull dynamic. Part of them feels curiosity, another part feels guilt, and another part wants to avoid facing the consequences of their own behavior. This is why some people display hot and cold behavior later on. One moment they appear friendly or reflective, the next moment they withdraw again. It's not always manipulation. Sometimes it's internal discomfort. Their identity is being challenged. Now consider how behavior changes depending on the situation. In public settings, someone who hurt you may act neutral or distant. They maintain composure because social environments activate self-protection instincts. But in private moments, subtle signals can appear. Long pauses in conversation, a softer tone of voice, unexpected questions about your life, even brief eye contact that lasts slightly longer than before. These details often reveal emotional awareness that words never directly admit. But none of this means someone deserves unlimited access to your life again. This is where integrity and boundaries become essential. Understanding psychology doesn't mean tolerating disrespect. It means recognizing patterns so you can make stronger decisions about who deserves your time, your trust, and your emotional energy. Real maturity appears when someone takes responsibility for their actions without being forced to. And sometimes that lesson arrives through silence. Sometimes the greatest teacher in life is simply realizing what you lost. When someone walks away from a person who treated them with genuine care, they may spend years encountering relationships that never quite feel the same. And in those quiet comparisons, the mind begins connecting dots that were once ignored. But here's the most important insight. Your role in this process isn't to wait for someone's realization. Your role is growth, self-respect, emotional clarity. Because the moment you stop focusing on why someone hurt you and start focusing on who you're becoming, something powerful happens. Your value stops depending on someone else's awareness. And that shift changes everything. If you found this insight meaningful, take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more psychological perspectives that reveal the deeper patterns behind human behavior.